It's been a minute since I've had an update, but I've added a pretty cool new feature here. This will be specifically for GM mode. Uh, so what this feature is if you go to the GM notes and go to world, let's just create a new one here. So let's call it Big Town. It is a city and loyal to John. So we'll add that line and we'll open the town. So what you'll notice here is that sublocations is the new element. So we're going to click on that and then we will click on add sublocation. So what I have done is I have added several different points of interest that might be in a town. So several different locations, and you can select multiples when doing this and select the size that they are. Now this is kind of to take place of, are they in a large city or is it a small town, but this is their big deal. So it's kind of flexible and it'll dictate, how much stuff is available, the variety, the amount of coin that they have for trade. So let's say we got a large adventure shop. Let's not do architect right now. Let me grab the ones that actually matter. So let's grab some arcane shops. We'll grab a bank. Let's see. We got a brothel, fine collector shop, Fletcher, gaming den, gambling den. Here we go. We'll go large on that. And then we will go magic shop. We'll go large with that. Potion shop, shady dealer, sure, why not? Shipwrights, tavern. Here we go. Alright, so let's create selected. So now we have listing here. And nice thing about this is that if you say you want more than one adventure shop in a town, you can do that. Let's say there's a small one just outside. So they'll get bunched up into this so they're not, cluttering up the place too much. Along with that, you can right click, you can get some color options. So you have some color coding, easily access and change their names. Bob's Shop. Or, of course, delete. So, what's really cool about this is it comes with stocked items. Now, it won't be this way right away. What you're going to have to do is go down to here and build this. So what happens is when you click build here, I'm going to do this and do a nice time jump. So it's going to navigate to where all of these things exist, and it's going to go through each one of them and create a database. And that database is what it's going to be pulling from. So none of these items will ever be things you don't own. All right. So now that it's done with that, let's see, where were we? So you can do that with equipment, magic items, and spells, and it'll build inventories based on those. So as you can see, the shops get a inventory value. It has remaining, doesn't always fill it all the way up, and they have available gold pieces. So players have an idea of, okay, we can sell this much to him, but at some point he's not going to be able to keep purchasing from you. You can change the name of the place, the owner. Let's check this out. So you can go to armor, let's say, go, okay, I want scale mail, chain shirt, close that. Go to weapons and a short bow and a dagger. So now you can go up to here and purchase it. So you can tell the player exactly, how much they need to spend. You can copy this and send it to them. You can also copy the listing, and what that does is it creates an image based on what's in stock and puts that on your clipboard so you can paste it into Discord or wherever else. So when you purchase these, they will remove it from the store's inventory. Now, along with that, let's say your players annoy or, I don't know, impress the shop owner. You can adjust the shop prices by 25% in either direction. And along with that, let's say you want to sell an item. Uh, this is a little bit of an assistant, so let's say dagger. Can do that. Now, it shows right here, so it'll show how much the players will get from it from this trader. If it's something that the trader wouldn't typically stock, like these magic items, it's an unusual trade for them, so it'll take away about 25% of the value, and that's on top of whatever the store is adjusted for. But so when you sell something, their available funds go back down. All right, so we got tons of stuff. Spell scrolls, those are going to be built on the spells database. So it'll be pulling from any of the spells you own to create scrolls for them. Bank, it's got some interesting features. You can make deposits, withdrawals. I have it set up so that you can have all the banks kind of magically linked together, so your players have a way of, traveling the world without, having all of their gold on them. Gives some utility for things that are interesting. Gambling den. All right. So with the gambling den, there are 3 games. Uh, Kings is it's roughly based on roulette, black dragon, blackjack with dice, and Jip is Jip. I didn't make that one. So how Kings works is you essentially pick a class you'd like to play as. So assassin, diplomacy, war, prayer. So we'll say war. We'll go odd, and we'll make a bet of 50 and lock in. So the opponents that I'm playing against, no one beat anyone, so that's fine. We maintain our bet. We roll. Look at that. I won coin. Black dragon. Deal. So the house, we see that they have a 3. I have a 6. I'll roll again. Roll again. I'll stay. And then it automates what the house will do. And they got a 19. I lost. And then Jip. Oof. Alright. And then from here, you can see the magic items get populated in here. Oh, and all of these, you can actually click on them and they link right to the actual item that they go with because it was built on the database that pulled from the actual website. So several of the shops have services, and these more or less are more role play type things. Some of them could certainly have utility if you made them, work into your campaign that way. Shady dealers, you got illicit gear. Drugs. These are homebrew drugs I made, so uh, they're interesting. Secret services. And then with the tavern, have all the foods, a whole bunch of baked goods and different stuff like that. You can give your players a menu from and they can order. Tavern actually has its own game that I created, the drinking table. So with this, let's see. Let's add a participant. All right. So let's say this is me. I have a con mod of 4. I'm a big guy. And I am playing against some smaller guys. Alright, so we will start drinking table. And what this is based on is the drink that's actually being served at this tavern. So this one has this. So if the tavern doesn't generate with one of these special drinks, it won't actually have this game available. We can go into full screen with that. So the way this is played is you hit roll. So you get a dice challenge and player either passes or fails. Let's say passes, roll challenge. And this can be played either, just strictly as do you beat the DC or not. Obviously, as a DM, this might be a good way to capitalize on players being able to role play out what they're doing and, dictate success or failure based on that. So let's say I failed. So every time I fail, I also get a bonus to my rolls, but I can only fail 3 times. So let's just say he fails, he succeeds. So you win when either everyone else blacks out from 3 failures or you get 2 drinks ahead of everyone else. What you do is for every round, you pay for your drink and you put the drink's value into the winner's pot. So at the end of it, you get the winner's pot, you pay your tab with it, and everyone else has to pay their own tab. So, chance to win some money, chance for narrative elements. There's a lot that comes with this, a lot of different services and features, some mini games, and it should be a pretty useful tool. I know I've had some situations where going into a town, it's like, oh great, I don't have anything really prepped, and all my players want to go into these different stores, but now it's as simple as let's see, they want to go to the armory, right? Let's say it's a large armory. That's simple. Everything's ready to go. You got a good list of items that this armor happens to have and is selling. and some services they provide. And if the generation isn't working for you, you can easily just regenerate stock, and it'll have a whole new listing of items available. All right. Well, for the 5 GMs out there that use this extension, I hope you enjoy it.